Mark. Today we're going to look at Roman oil lamps. I have one lit here. This is a replica, of course, and the way it works is there is a hole at the top. That's where you pour in the oil. And the front here, there's another hole with a small piece of rope inside. And the oil has soaked up the rope, and we've lit it, and that gives us our light. Now this does not give us much light. It's not like the modern world where you flick a switch in your room and it's like daytime. It would still be very dark, but enough light so you can see, to chat with your friends, do a bit of important work, maybe play games. Romans love playing dice, things like that. We're now going to have a go at making one. In these you normally use olive oil, possibly vegetable oil, because olives don't grow in this country, but it was very mucky. The oil spills, as you've seen a little bit of spilt around here. So I'm going to blow this one out and we'll make one ourselves. So first of all, you need a piece of clay. If you don't have clay, plasticine will work, or salt dough, but the Romans would have used clay. When you've got your clay, give it a squeeze and a roll in your hands to get yourself used to it. Now here on the Roman fort, the clay is quite cold, gets kept outside. Hopefully yours not so much. And we're now going to break this ball of clay apart. So I'm going to break a chunk off, roughly a third. And we'll roll these back into balls again. Now I'm doing this quite quickly. You can take your time. You can always pause before you move on to the next step. That's not a problem at all. But when you've rolled these two balls, the big one should be roughly 2 times as big as the smaller one. The small one is now going to move out the way till the end. Get the big ball in your hand. Lift it above the table you're working on and throw it down. Once. Once is really important. Not twice, not 3 times, once. Now I have made a slight mistake here. I've gone over a bump. You've probably got a flat table at home. If you haven't, that's not a problem. You can get rid of your bumpy bottom by smoothing it down. Don't smash it again, otherwise it will turn into a pancake. We do not want a pancake. Now, you need to get a big thumbs up. It's like watching the gladiators, big thumbs up. And then turn your thumb down, and you can boo at home if you like, boo along. Hopefully you're not booing for me, I don't know. And then pop your thumb inside the clay. Now if you look at mine, you can see I've not gone right through. I've gone well over halfway through, but not right through. We're not making a clay donut. Because if you did, it would leak. The next part is to get your finger and thumb and pinch like a crab. Your thumb inside, you pinch and you turn. You pinch and turn. Pinch and turn. I'll go quickly so you can see what we're aiming for. This is the sort of shape we're looking for. You can take a little bit more time, smooth it. But the big thing here is don't go too thin when you're squeezing it. If you go too thin, when it dries, it can break and fall apart. The next part is the spout. That's where the little piece of rope would rest. Now here is how I make mine. I get 2 fingers like this and I gently push together. So one bit sticks further forward than the rest. Sometimes it's easier with a finger and thumb to pinch. That is up to you. It can be a curve, a triangle, a little square. It doesn't matter. There are literally thousands of different Roman oil lamp designs, but one part needs to stick further forward. Now that would work as an oil lamp. You could fill it with oil, put a piece of rope at the front, and it would work. But it wouldn't look very pretty, and also it's more likely to spill without a lid. So we'll pop that out of the way for the moment and go to our small ball of clay. Really important, it's the small ball of clay you're using now and not the lamp you've just made. Pop it in your hand and squeeze. You can clap if you want. And we're trying to make this into a little mini pancake. And it'll look something like this. And when you've done it, place it on top of your lamp you've made. Give it a gentle push down, and then what you can do is blend the lid onto the rest of your lamp. I use my thumb to do this, and I gently smooth down. Smooth and smooth and smooth. Sometimes the first time I go around, I have to be quite hard with it so it blends. The better you smooth the line, the more chance of your lid staying on. Once you've got all the way around, you can then work on the smoothing part, make it look a bit nicer. Right. So here we have a Roman lamp. But it's not quite going to work yet. We need a hole in the top for the oil to go in, and we also want to put some decoration on it. So I'm going to use a tool. This tool here is a stylus. You might have heard of a stylus, possibly on a Nintendo DS. It's Latin for pen, really. It has two ends, a sharp end and a flat end. The sharp end is very good for making the hole for the lid. At home, you can use a pencil. Or if you're very careful, ask your adults to give you a nail to use. Hole in the lid. You'll feel it just as you go through the lid. That's where the oil will be poured. Then what you can do is decorate it. Now the Romans loved all sorts of patterns. Animals, the sun's very popular, that gives us light. I personally go for patterns. I like dots. Sometimes I do swirls. It's up to you how you decorate your lamp. The key here is we don't want any footballs, no cars, no planes. Alright, it's got to be something the Romans would have known about. So before you do your decoration, have a think. Did the Romans know about certain things? Okay, it's up to you. Swords, shields, whichever are very popular. What you can do at this point, if you've got brothers or sisters making them as well, is put your name on the bottom. That's always useful. But here's the really important thing. When you've made them, if you're using clay, you'll have instructions on the clay. Adults will help you with that. But generally, you're not going to put yours in an oven, in a kiln. So yours would go soggy if you put oil in them. So I would just keep yours to look nice, all right, rather than trying to put oil in. So that is how you make a Roman lamp. And we'd love to see any pictures of lamps you've made. All right. So thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.